teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the USC Trojans and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, he said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much, not only to college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Missouri ready to kick off. They got us underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder. No.
Makes the grab and room to run. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Trojans are in the hurry up. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Got a man, it's Bowman. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's loose down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Here's a little room there. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off erases some angles and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's Jordan. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Here's a heat. Lets it fly. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out.
Max going for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Missouri!
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lockhart. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Snares it outside, it's Mosley. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Running inside, it's Jordan. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Caught by Williams on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quick release on the RPO. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's Simmons to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Trojans moving quickly to the line.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jordan. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Jordan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. He's got him. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working. using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Gets it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Missouri's offense heads out, ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Quarterback making checks. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Simmons. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did.
Makes the grab in their space. Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The option look. Now the pitch. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Making side adjustments here. Throwing Simmons. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Here comes the heat.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. That's reeled in. It's Lee. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The give to Hardy. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Simmons from the gun on third down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw. It's Mayava. That's caught. It's Bowman. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. To the air on second down. Complete on the left to Williams. Crosses the 40. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41. And a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Moving away from pressure. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. First and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to adjust the pattern. Austin Simmons, the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, Big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To throw, it's Mayava. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. The snap sets up the throw. Oh, they're after him. He's on the move. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with Appalachian State taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Mountaineers, setting score records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. On the move, it's Jordan. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Big pickup on the ground, knocked out at the 28-yard line.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Hauls it in. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Got it! Touchdown USC! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
And there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's Simmons to throw. Finds his man. It's Hardy. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Complete with conviction on the crosser.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He's got enough for a Missouri 1st down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Simmons on play action. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snags it, and he's open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Hardy. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Back and forth they go as these two high-powered attacks continue to flood the end zone.
job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Jordan. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. They go right back to him. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Looking to throw, it's Maiava. Got a man, it's Jordan. Makes one man miss. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking for a man. It's Maiava. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Trojans win the answer.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
The chains now on 2nd and long. Simmons. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. To the air, it's Simmons. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. 4th down, Simmons. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Through the tackle. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Now on 1st down from the 28. Miller with the ball. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he's still running after the move. It's a seam wide open. And he's is loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
42, Missouri, 31.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Simmons. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
You just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Throws to the tight end. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a...
Makes the grab, ready for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Here's Simmons to throw. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Now on 2nd down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Second down coming up. Looking downfield at Simmons. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. He's taking a deep shot. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime and showing a couple of different looks here in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes on the field. Those guys were winning their one-on-one matchups defensively, shutting this offense out. And you're right, David, night and day, and that's why they're winning this game.
Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Looking to scramble. On the move, he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And man, those sting, man. The 3rd down, the money down, your guys got to come through. You had a good play called, receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially 3rd down.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win.